Hey everybody, this is Jen from ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook. Okay, somebody had a question about how to make a waving flag file. This is a flag that I had used in another video about tracing. So I've traced it in, okay. I've made the duplicate so that I can get the negative, the white parts, okay. But I have noticed something. Let me bring it back up here. I want you to be aware of this. This is not anything really that has to do with what we're going to talk about. But watch. You know that when you do a path function, you can only have two items in the path. The first one would be the white thing, and then the second one would be the flag, correct? Okay, so when I come up here and I highlight all of this, I come to path. Look. It's not available. Well, why? I have just the white piece and just the black piece, and they are all one, correct? Well, I also know that sometimes when you import a file, it can also import a little tiny something else right up here in this corner. It does not normally appear when you click preview. It just doesn't. But I know a lot of times when I import things, it'll do that. So, if you ever have that happen, just start selecting things like that. Draw that box and then get rid of it. Okay, so let's come in here. Let's get our white part. And because the blank box is in front, this will be a front minus back. If that white box was in back, it would be a back minus front. Okay, so whatever you keep, if you want to, keep the white portion, that will be what you minus from. So I need to keep this white portion here, so it's front minus the back. If the white piece was in back, it would be back minus the front, okay? All right, so here's this piece. Now I also know I need to get rid of all of this junk that's sitting here. And just this piece. So if you ever notice this, just come in and take the eraser real quick and buzz around there. All right, let me, excuse me. Come on, little thing. And again, the eraser always takes forever to register. Not a problem. It's just something that happens. I'll pause it till it, oh, nope, there it comes. Okay, so it looks like I have some stuff to do here. I'll come back when it's all erased. Okay, so I hacked off some of the edges. If you ever do that, just come in, grab a shape that closely fits what you need, put it in there, and then just do a union. Especially when you're doing hardline shapes, because the brush is round. I wish, maybe I'll send him an email if we could get a square. I don't think there is one. I mean, I could use the pen tool or do some note editing, but I'm lazy right now. I don't want to do it. Okay, so that's good enough. I'm not keeping this file. Okay, so let's bring this up here and take a look. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, now's the time that you want to, if you notice anything like these little spots right here, come in and just take your eraser. If you don't want them, take your eraser and hit them and get rid of all of those, okay? But I'm not going to worry about them. Like I said, I'm not keeping this file, but if you want to, just go ahead and clean up. With the eraser, you don't have to do anything but erase them. Now, if you are adding or filling in holes, when you are all done filling them in, make sure you highlight it, go up to Path, and click Union, okay? That will make sure that everything is whole in one piece. And before you export your file, make sure that you go to Preview, and that will show you where all of your cut lines are going to be, okay? All right, so let's put this bad boy together. Oops, too far. I could blow this up too, but I'm being lazy right now. I have a million things to do. Okay, so let's bring this down. And remember, we don't want to union this, okay? We can group it, but we don't want to union it, because even if one tiny little piece attaches to the other piece, it's all going to turn one huge same color, and it's just going to be one big blob, okay? Alright, so now let's come up here to Effects. Oh, where's it at? Right down here. The wave. Let's click Auto Preview. I think I've aged 5 years with the not responding stuff, but it's okay. I'll pause it. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so there's our flag waving. So now what I can do is I click on this object, ungroup, pull it apart, create my second page, okay? Actually, I don't want to pull it apart. Let's create, oops, your second page, whatever number it happens to be. So that white part is highlighted, send to layer page 4, and that's going to shoot it back to page 4 in directly the same position as it was on page 1. So see, there you go. Of course, I need to bring this down because I don't want overhanging, so probably should have paid attention and did that before I sent it back there. But it really doesn't matter because it does not need to be exact, because I will be placing this independently on a shirt or, you know, whatever. Okay, that's how you go about making a wave or a design like this in ScanNCut a lot. It is so easy to do. All right, and then if you need to make the blue portion, what you'll want to do is first come up here to Path, close Path, and then I always do an object to Path too, and that usually cleans up everything for me, because sometimes when, you know what, actually let me go and not do that. Let me go and leave it not done and see if I can elicit a bad response for you. Okay, first we're going to come in and we're just going to try to cut these apart and we'll see where it goes. Okay, so let's chop this off. Okay, so I see that white line. And I don't think we'll be able to get, nope, we won't be able to get through that. So let's try, ooh, jeez. Ooh, that's a wee bit big. Let's try an eraser. And I'm not going to be careful with this because I'm not saving this. So I don't care if I hack a line out. Okay. So I have cut on this side and then erased here. So technically that should free up this block of stars, right? Right. Or let's see. Ooh, look at that. What happened? Well, I didn't do my path thingy. So let's retry that. Let's see here. Let's come here. We'll do our path close. And we'll do a path, and then we'll do the object to path. Okay? Well, looky, I got my line there. Let's try the eraser, because we just undid it past the eraser. So let's try to erase. See if we can't capture that line. Okay. So now let's see if the blue part is free. And my thing is if I just need the blue part, what I'll do is I'll duplicate it and just erase everything. It's so much easier. A lot of times saves you some strife. Oh, nope, look at that. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take it back to the cut. I still see it. All right, so the cut's there. if I know I need this, instead of trying to cut it and all that stuff, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to do my close in my object so I don't get funky stuff. I'm going to do an object. I need to highlight. I'm going to do an object and I'm going to duplicate it. Sometimes you may see my files and I'll have duplicates all over the place. I do that just in case I mess something up. Which I do a lot. Okay, I'll pick a big old eraser. And you'll find the bigger you go, the easier it is to keep your eraser straight. Pick a big old eraser and just erase everything. Oops. Dun, 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 dun. This little spot wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, well, we'll see what it does. I'll come back. Okay, so there's that little piece. So now, what I'll do to get this, I will erase this part and keep this. So remember, oops, jeez, go to Close and Object. Bring in your Gigundous eraser. Put it there. Of course, be more careful than I was. Erase that, let it do its thing, and then here's your blue, here's your red, and then on page 4 you have your white. So now you have a whole file and it didn't take you very long to do it. Okay, so there's your white, here's your blue, here's your red, and I would make another page and send either one of these to it so that when I export it, I have a file for each color. Okay, so here's the blue. Here's, you know, if I'd have done it a little bit more cautiously, I wouldn't have such a ugly mess right here. Okay, but there you go. So that's how you do it. All right, guys. If you have any questions, you can come and find me over at ScanNCut, Canvas, and SCAL Help on Facebook. Thanks, guys.